Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Part 2, the ultimate DCEU review. Every movie. Part 1 we did Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Edition, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and Justice League. And now, in this video, we're going to do Auqaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman 84, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. So let's go. Yeah, this movie's really good. This movie is very, very good, in my opinion. Although the story is quite basic and the acting is kind of whatever, I feel like the visuals and the fight scenes and even like the comedy kind of makes up for it. I feel like although it's basic, it's not like boring. It's just a very fun time. I remember really liking this when it first came out. I just think it's a really good time. It's not pissing off anyone. Jason Momoa is sick in the role. The only thing that kind of bothers me is probably that how much of kind of like a course correction it feels over the past DCEU movies. Like they're obviously going with something, and this movie got delayed by like a whole year or something like that. And then we got this. Even though I really like this, it is very kind of basic, kind of Marvel-ish, kind of funny, and which is not really bad, but it's kind of a bit awkward. I like this movie because I feel like I could turn it on and never actually get bored of it. I feel like it's such a fun time, and the action is so good, and the visuals are amazing. I don't even know how this didn't win Best Visual Effects. Like, this is such a cool looking movie. And I feel like everything in it is just such a good time, you know? But it's not perfect, and I have to acknowledge that. So, I think I'm going to give this one a very, very solid 7. 7 out of 10. I liked it, but it ain't that good. 7 out of 10. Good score. On to the next one. Put on the next one. When this movie came out, I feel like people were actually starting to say that DC had a chance. Like, Auqaman came out and it was really good, and now this came out and it was really good, and everyone was like, oh damn, DC can actually make some good movies with some absurd characters. Because this movie is actually very, very, very good. I haven't seen it in a while, but this movie slaps. This movie is such a solid, heartfelt, good feel movie. I swear, it's such a good superhero movie, you know what I mean? And I feel like no one really even talks about it, you know? But standalone, this movie is so sick. The character of Shazam, and like Billy Batson and the adult Shazam, it's actually such a good dynamic and just character in general. And I'm very mad. No, maybe not mad. I'm very upset that they made a sequel, because the sequel's bum. I'm going to talk about it later, but the sequel's not good. I wish this was a standalone movie, and I wish this character would appear in other movies like Justice League and just other random stuff, and he could be part of this world. Obviously, that didn't really happen. But this movie alone, very, very funny, very, very cool. It's such you never see this. You'll never see a kid turn into a superhero and then just do random stuff. I feel like this in the movie, we always think this is what we think about doing if we ever got superheroes, and that it actually happens. So it's just super fun to watch, and it's such a good time, you know? So that's why I'm going to give this movie a very solid 8 out of 10.
Toasted, buttered roll. Just a dash of hot sauce.
Not too much, Sal. I want to taste that cheese.
The Harley Quinn movie is actually pretty damn good. I like this movie a lot. This movie is very fun. The action is very, very cool. And let's start with things that I like. Huntress was sick. Harley Quinn, obviously, perfect casting with Suicide Squad. The action and the violence and even the comedy is actually really, really fun. This movie is such a fun time. It feels like a comic book brought to life. It feels like a Quentin Tarantino movie, honestly. It just feels so cool, and it's such a solid movie. But it's not amazing. One of the main things I didn't really like was the villain, Black Mask. Ewan McGregor is good, and he plays a very hateable character, but it feels a little bit just misogynistic and whatnot. It just, I don't know, it feels a little bit like, this is a bit like girls are good, boys are bad, but whatever. I don't want to get political, if you know what I mean. Nah, but this movie is good. This movie is a very fun time. I would watch this again. I wouldn't watch this over Auqaman and Shazam, but I watched this over Suicide Squad. This is a good movie. If it was on TV, I'd probably watch it. It's a very fun time. I like it a lot. On to the next one. Oh wait, I need to give it a score. 6.5 out of 10.
Life is good, but it can be better.
This is the exact moment where the DCEU fully fell apart, and I feel like it was never going to come back after this. This movie might have the dumbest plot story I've ever watched in my life, honestly. This is so basically there's this crystal, right? And this crystal can grant your wishes. And then eventually the crystal gets out into the public, and then everybody wishes for different things, right? And it's like, it's all the wishes, they're not good because everyone's changing the word or whatnot. So then she's like, you have to renounce your wish. So it's like, that means you're basically saying every single person has to give back their wish, even if they wish for something good. It's like, why would every single person agree to the fact that they want to renounce their wish? That's also dumb. That's dumb. And why does she turn into like a cat lady in the end? Like, she wishes to be strong, and she turns into like a cat lady. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know what I mean? Although it's got like a stupid plot, it is kind of cool how it's in the 80s. Like, it's like actually like a cool. I feel like they did that really well. And Maxwell Lord was actually really cool. It's a pretty fun movie, really. It's actually like kind of cool and unique. It is quite boring. Like, it goes for like 2.5 hours. It is way too long. I think if they kind of fixed the plot a bit and they kind of shortened it, I feel like it could have been amazing. Like, this could have been a sick movie because it's got such a cool idea, but it's just it didn't really work out. I'd probably say this is on the same level as like Suicide Squad, but it also, I would feel like I would watch this more over Suicide Squad because this guy's got some. I feel like it's super dumb, but it does have some slightly cool stuff in it. I feel like it's a very mid movie. So if I'm being honest, it's probably like a solid 5 out of 10.
Fly, son. It's time.
This movie is incredible. This movie is amazing. This movie is beautiful. This movie is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The music, the action, everything about it is so incredibly done. I love this movie to death. I hate how things turned out and how this never actually released in theaters and it released on HBO Max or binge if you're in Australia like me. It's just diabolical that an amazing film like this got taken away. It's like if everything good about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, everything that everybody liked, and they got that and they put it into this movie and they made it 4 hours long. This movie is the greatest movie I've ever seen. This is such a good movie. I love this movie so much. Like, when Flash went back in time, that's like the best scene I've ever seen in a superhero movie ever. And everything with Cyborg is truly amazing. Like, the score by Junkie XL, I feel like really uplifts this. Like, this movie is like Greek god mythology. This is what a superhero movie should be. This is the greatest, most action-filled, most like you look like breathtaking film I've ever seen. Like, this is so amazing. I love this film to death. I've seen it like five times. Right? And it goes for 4 hours. Like, this movie is an event. This movie is epic. This movie is amazing. I love this movie so much. Just everything with the hallelujah. It's amazing, bro. Even if Superman, even if like the same problems are still there, I feel like everything's better. Like, Batman is an amazing character. Batman didn't kill anybody. Batman's lovely. Batman goes like, have faith. I have faith. Batman is amazing. Wonder Woman is amazing. Cyborg's amazing. The Flash is even amazing, bro. He goes back in time. Auqaman's even good. Like, oh my god, this movie is so good. I love this movie so much. This movie is amazing. I wish we got a Justice League 2 and 3. Honestly, scratch that. I don't think we should have got a Justice League 2 and 3 because they want to make Superman evil and whatnot. I know it's cool, but I'm sorry. It wouldn't have been that good if we saw Superman be evil and whatnot. But this movie is amazing. I love this movie to death. This might be my favourite movie of all time. I love every minute of it. I can watch this anytime. I don't get bored of it. I love this movie so much. So if I'm being honest, I'm going to give this movie a very, 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 very solid 10 out of 10. Part 3 coming soon. We're going to do a final ranking as well, so stay tuned for that. Yeah.